Alrighty guys, today we are back with a special video. We actually are going to the F1s to check them out on the Friday, which the day they are practicing twice. And today I really want to try and get a photo like Peter McKinnon did with the Red Bull F1 car. So that is my goal for today. Take you guys along and try to snap a photo of the F1 cars. Here's a photo on screen of what he did. But that's my goal today, is try to snap a photo like he did with the brand new R6 Mark II with its 40 frames per second continuous shooting. Put that to the test, and the object tracking from the R3. So I really want to test that out and see how we go. Also, Danny's coming along with me. She's going to be my assistant. Alright guys, we're going to head off and I'll see you guys at the track. Alrighty guys, we made it down to the track now. We're just taking photos of the tracks behind me. You probably can't see, it's probably blurred out. But we were taking photos of the cars on the track. I didn't get a good spot because we just rocked up as the practice session was on. But we're going to try and head over to where the main straight is and see what happens. I want to get into a grandstand. I don't know how we're going to do that. But the fence is too high there, and then the camera won't track through the fence, and it becomes a whole problem. So that's the goal. Danny keeps running away. Hey, Danny! And then we're going to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to try and get some crispy B-roll. But for now, we're going to try and source out a spot to get some cool photos for the next practice session. We've made it to one of the grandstands. I actually have to pay to get in here, but as you guys can see, the track's behind me and we've got better seats, so now I'll be able to get some better photos, try and capture the photo I want. The cars are coming on in about less than an hour now, so we've got a few test shots, and I think we'll be okay to get some good shots from up here. I'll show you guys now. It's up there is exactly where we're going to get the photos. There's no fence in the way because before, because the fence was there, it was trying to track the cars were a little worth through the fence. Now there's no fence above here, I'll better get better shots. So we're going to give it a go, try to get some B-roll from up here as well with the 70-200 and see how it all works out. I'll come back to you guys once we get some cool shots. The weather's changed, it's raining a lot, but I think I did get some shots that I need. I think I got the ones that I wanted. Now the F2s are on, but it is pouring rain. So we're here for a little bit longer, and then we're going to leave. I don't know if you can even hear me, because the cars in the background. But yeah, it's freezing. Anyway, I've got some good B-roll shots on the F1s, and yeah, anything else to add? It's a bit cold. Alright guys, we've just finished from the F1s. Danny, what do you rate the day?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Today was only Friday, so it's another 2 days. Tomorrow's qualifying and then Sunday's race day. Today was just practice. But we're probably walked about 10 minutes from the track and you can still hear the Porsche cars that are on. So they're pretty loud. I don't know where I was going with that story, but I just thought I'd say it.
It's very good.
But I would recommend next year we're going to go hopefully to race day next year, but we'll see what obviously happens. It was a good day. It's a bit cold. But anyway, we got over it, but we've got some good photos, so we'll check them out when we're back on my computer. Alrighty guys, we're back into the office. It's a few days later, and now we're going through all the photos that I did get at the F1s. Now, I've edited a couple photos that I did pull. I actually took about 1,500 photos at the F1s of the cars constantly panning. And I want to show you guys, like Peter did, what majority of those photos look like, because it's so hard to capture the panning of the car at 300 kilometers and trying to get it all in focus. I want to show you guys a lot of the mishaps that I did get, but also want to show you some of my favorite photos that I did capture as well. And also a couple little other things, like why you don't shoot an f2.8 and why you have to shoot an f14 and those kinds of things. And also the R6 Mark II and its electronic shutter at 40 frames a second, and what the problem of shooting F1 cars with an electronic shutter does look like, if that makes sense. So I want to show you guys what happened there. Let's hop into the photos and we can walk through and check them out. Alrighty, so hopping into the photos here, you guys can see that a lot of the photos I did take, if I keep scrolling across, are all out of focus, and this happened a lot of times. So this is 2 different times here. As guys can see that the white balance does change. So it's 2 different times of the photos I did take. But again, out of focus. All these photos are all out of focus. A lot of them are. One of them was not bad there, but majority of them all out of focus. We're talking about an R6 Mark II that has pretty much the same focusing system as the R3, and also the car tracking mode, which works very well. But still, to get a photo spot on, moving at 300 kilometers an hour at f14 at about 1/50th of a second is very hard to do. So you guys can see where I started tracking the car, and again, majority of those photos are still all out of focus. You can see how many photos I did take, and maybe a couple of them are in focus, but not the photos I wanted. So this is like half a car, but just missed a lot of the time. Peter did say that in his video, and honestly, I didn't believe it till I started doing it. And I was like, he was very right, because you guys can see here's the proof that a lot of the photos are out of focus. So here, another one, very out of focus on that one. This one, again, out of focus. But like Peter did say, a lot of the photos that are out of focus, you can use maybe as an abstract. So like this one here to be cool as a half car shot, I guess. But even some of these ones that are out of focus, you can use them as like maybe a background image. If you edited that, it could look like a pretty cool shot. There is some of the out of focus photos that I did take. And also now I want to show you why you don't shoot at f2.8, or if you're trying to achieve a look like this, why you don't shoot at f2.8. So if I scroll across here, guys, before I get to the good photos, this is one of the Ferrari cars. Looks like Charles Leclerc's car. And this was shot about f2.8, maybe at 1/500th of a second, because obviously my aperture's come down, so I've had to put up my shutter speed to capture this. And as you guys can see, the background is blurred out a little bit, very minimal with f2.8, and this maybe is at 200 mil right now. The car is pretty much in focus, but as you guys can see, the background isn't blurry, so it kind of just stops the action, opposed to the f14 with 1/30th or 1/50th of a second. Kind of shows how fast the car's moving and shows the action behind it, which at f2.8, it doesn't really show that at all, as you guys can see there. Same, another photo here. The background has nice bokeh, but again, not out of focus like we want to show the car moving fast. So the cars are still moving at the same speed here, but because we've lowered the aperture and increased the shutter speed, it kind of just stops it and freezes it in action, as you guys can see there. So freezes the action. So again, time and place, like maybe for a sport, different story, but for something like this, when you're trying to achieve a specific look, this is not the way to go. So also I want to show you what happens with using an electronic shutter at 40 frames a second on the R6 Mark II that doesn't have a stacked sensor, and why something like an R3 with a stacked sensor would be better in this situation. So if I scroll to this photo here, you can see that I've tried to get the car moving across, but because they're moving at about 320 k's along the straight here, the electronic shutter shows the warping effect that can come with it. So the electronic shutter wouldn't have a warping effect if the cars weren't moving so fast. It wouldn't matter. Because they're moving that fast, it does warp. So there's a few different instances here where they all warped. The background is in focus, as you guys can see, but the car's out of focus, but you get the idea of what happens with electronic shutter. So this is the reason that a lot of people don't like using electronic shutters for fast moving subjects, but for slow moving subjects, you won't have a problem. Moving on to the photos you've all been waiting for, and I was pretty surprised when I did see them. So we'll start with the Red Bull cars, which are the ones that I wanted to capture the most. And as you guys can see there, this is the first photo I did find. Again, there was a lot of photos I didn't edit. I only edited 4 photos altogether. There's hundreds of photos I can go through to get, or thousands of photos I should say I can go through, but I just wanted to get a few to show you guys on video. So here's the original, and here's the edited photo. Again, it was rainy, so I wanted to go for a bit more of a dramatic look. I didn't want to go for a warmer tones. I want to go for more of a cooler tones. As you guys can see, it looks pretty cool with the sparks coming out the back, I think. The only problem is there was a pole in the way here. When I was panning, I actually got in the middle of that. If that wasn't there, that would be an awesome photo. I still like it, but I think it would look better with obviously out that pole there. So that is the first shot I did get. The next one, again, this is a really cool photo. I think the car actually is in focus more here. It's a bit closer as well, as you guys can see. Here's the before, and here's the after. I think it looks a lot better with the after. Again, more dramatic, like Peter McKinnon did. Shows the more dramatic look with more of the cooler tones coming out. So I think that's really nice photo. Again, everything's pretty much in focus here. It shows the car really nice. Again, all shot with the Canon 70-200 f2.8 Mark II. And the final Red Bull car photo that I did pull, that is probably my favorite Red Bull photo, or Red Bull car photo, is this one here. I think this resembles Peter McKinnon's photo the most. Obviously, he didn't have his fence in his photo, and his was raining, so it's a bit different. Mine was raining, but there was no rain in my photo. But I think this is my favorite photo out of the bunch. I said photo about 100 times then. But as you guys can see, pinpoint focus there. I think it's really nice. The tire really looks there. Really cool photo there. Just the tire like that. And I really like that photo. I think it's one of my favorite ones. So that was the Red Bull car photos, and I did capture exactly what I wanted. So I was really happy with that. Now, one of my favorite photos, if not my favorite, was maybe this Ferrari photo. The way I've edited this, I think it looks really cool. So here's the original. And I've kind of done an edit where it takes out all the colors except for the Ferrari color. I put a mask over that. I think I did that. Can't even remember off the top of my head. But I think this is one of my favorite photos out of the bunch, guys. The red Ferrari and with the almost black and white background. I think that makes the car pop, because without it, it just kind of looks like the Ferrari's moving just like a normal car. And then as soon as you change the color like that, it looks really nice. So I really like these photos, guys. I think they turned out really well. And big thanks to Peter McKinnon for making the F1 video. I think it was a couple of years ago or last year, for giving me the inspiration to do this. And I got the photos I wanted, so I was really happy. Now we just need Peter to see it, and hopefully he can approve of the photos we did take. But seriously, guys, it's a lot of fun to do this. If you can, try it out. It is actually harder than you think. But when you get the results you're looking for, it is really exciting, and it's really good. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you want to know any other details, let me know in the comments down below. I will let you know all the specifics. But yeah, apart from that, appreciate your support, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Also, let's share this video around so Peter McKinnon can watch it. Peter McKinnon, please check out this video, and please check out the photos, and hopefully you are proud of the photos I did take. All inspiration goes out to you, so big thanks to you. All right, I'll catch you guys in another video.